Okay, hello and good day to everyone that is currently tuning in here at Phoenix Holdings. Once again, this is going to be your host for today's AMA CH. And right now, we got our very special guest from the project Goldrush. And from their team, we got the Moonwolf and Jerry from their team. How are you doing today, guys?
Good. Thank you very much to you and also the entire Phoenix Holdings fam. We're very happy to be here and excited to be ready to present our project to you guys. Thank you.
Same here, and I can't help but notice you seem to have a familiar voice. Is it your first time being in an AMA here at Phoenix Holdings, or am I just hearing things?
No, like everybody else, we started from the bottom. We were investors, just like everybody. We've been around for quite some time. But yes, we've followed this community for quite some time. And when it was time to finally start doing AMAs, we knew you guys did bite right by your people. We knew you guys were a serious group, and so we were pleased to come.
Yeah, we thank you for noticing that, and I'm glad that you definitely did your research on which groups you do your AMAs on. You're just not like the most members who just do their AMAs. You actually look into the interaction within the community itself.
And the moderators and the whole mission and just the journey you guys are on, the path you're following. We're behind you.
That's amazing, and it's an honor to have you guys here. Well,
Thank you.
I guess yeah, and to officially start off, can you guys officially introduce yourself to us? Like tell us a little bit about your background in crypto and how did you end up getting to starting this Gold Rush project?
Um, a few years back, maybe 3, 4 years ago, was really when I myself dove into crypto. And just like everybody else, it was just right in the middle of BSC and everything that was happening and all the projects that were occurring. And they weren't the best of experiences. A lot of, um, not necessarily because of charts or because of projects, but just a lot of fraudulency and just things that never happened and just projects that otherwise that could have. The community was there, everything was present. It just, the leadership failed, and that really struck a chord with us. All of us were experienced in business at that point. We were all successful in what we were doing, and we found a way to just take all of those skills and transpose them onto crypto. At that point, it was simply just developing what a very good project would be, and we got to work on it. That was my experience in it. The Wolf is here as well. I can let him also explain that.
Hey guys, thank you guys so much for having us again. And I second everything Jerry was saying about your family and the Phoenix Holding team. Same pretty much path we all followed. We all came to the crypto industry to give ourselves an additional opportunity. And we sometimes we trust in people's words and their company missions. And at the end, we don't end up getting the results that we all are seeking. And Jerry and I, being in the industry, figured out let's do the opposite. Let's show these people what it takes to make a real project go. And we have all the capabilities, tools, and funding. And we're smart enough to do so. We just pretty much looked at all the defects in the space and tried to correct them. And that's where we are now.
Okay, yes, you seem to have quite a lot of experience there, being 3 years in the space, and you've been in the decentralized, not just in the CX. You actually been into the DEX trading, sort part of cryptocurrency, and the BSC, which is considered the Wild West in terms of decentralized exchanges. You know, lots of rugs, lots of scams. That's pretty much what the BSC network is most known for.
Um, Very true. I would I would like to, I have a lot of different thoughts on that, but exactly that is what the general public sees the BSC space as. But we've seen the depths of the BSC. BSC is a beautiful chain. It's a beautiful place. We have the strongest communities on this chain. No other network groups will be as in tune and involved and as passionate about projects than you find in the BSC chain. So as many as the disadvantages, there are also many advantages to this chain. And I believe that it's up to the project owners and projects to lead by a better example.
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, the BSC network is one of, if not the most heavily traffic used network. I'm not sure about that, but that's what I've read in another post. Because of course, low gas fees and of course faster transactions. If you're going to compare it to the Ethereum network, which has insane gas fees and transactions take a long time.
Yes, you're correct on that. And to be the fourth coin on CMC is not an easy task either.
Exactly. Well, jumping onto the project itself, I'm kind of confused because some call it Goldrush, but on the website it's Cryptopreneur 365. So, what's behind the name, and what is the actual name that you prefer to be called for?
So this was part of the initial strategy, and we figured that after a while everybody will pick up. But Cryptopreneur 365 is more the movement, the brand, the pig and the wolf. And that goes to say that this is not the only project we're putting out. GRC is the first. It's our flagship project. It's how we enter the space. When all of this came about, we decided that the first coin has to be one that acts for the people. It's something that serves the community. And that's how we developed the 12% BUSD rewards paid in a separate wallet, not in reflections. Second, we figured that if it was going to be a project, it had to have an active utility right out the gate. It couldn't be a promise. It couldn't be a year of just promises that never became. So then the utility, the best one, we looked into upcoming trends. We researched where things were going. A casino made the most sense. And then third, we had to say that everything was going to be ready before we even told one person. And that's how Goldrush Casino came about. And it is the first project under the Cryptopreneur 365 brand. Our mission is to provide investors a safe environment, a fair chance, and a trustworthy experience when investing in cryptocurrency, period. And that will trickle down into everything that we do. GRC, the symbol for Goldrush Casino, is the first token in that line.
Okay, I have to say you have the most relaxing sounding voice, like kind of like an ASMR. I was just listening to you. But yeah, that aside, so
Thank you.
yeah, and so basically Cryptopreneur is an ecosystem, or is it, would you consider
Um,
it as not really a lot? Is it a launchpad, or is it just you're just launching projects under Cryptopreneur, or is it going to be part of the bigger picture?
Cryptopreneur will always be our group in this movement. And why I say that is because we're not alone. I know a lot of my partners, a lot of the core team here, everybody's been in crypto in the same way. We all have our own projects, we all walk in different directions, but we're all going down the same path. Everybody walks in the same vision and the mission. We share that safety, that fair chance, that trustworthy experience all throughout the blockchain in different versions of it. So to speak a little more on that, our launchpad, which is coming, we didn't want to roll out too much. Though we have everything ready, it would be too much to just put it all out. So we are going to give people a chance to absorb things in the way that they deserve. You know, each piece that we give out has been put, so much work has been put into it and thought that we don't want people to skip the experience at all. But the Launchpad will eventually be a swapper. It's my partner's project. This is a truffle from the pig, as they say. This is another gem coming up. It's true DeFi. It's state-of-the-art technology, meaning which smart contract-wise, it alleviates projects or charts from the dips caused by buys and sells. It separates tokenomics. It's something that'll be coming up in the future. It's a project that's about to launch end of this month. But that will eventually be what our launch pad is. It'll be a DApp that does just that. But we are a growing project. There are some things that aren't ready, but they're basically our future plans. Everything that we needed to launch and start and present ourselves to one person is already on the table. The utility is functioning. It's all ready to go, and we're here for our AMAs now. We're building our community.
I see. But yeah, so that is something in the road that you're planning to do within the Cryptopreneur. You're at 65, but for now, the Goldrush Casino, that is going to be, as of the moment, your flagship project. Is that correct?
Yes.
So with that, I totally agree with the trend of having casinos in terms of having as a utility in our projects because I think a few months ago, there's been quite a hype in play to earn games in terms of crypto. But the thing about play to earn games, like the common denominator about all of those projects, is that it's not a sustainable ecosystem because it's always giving out money. It's always giving out the tokens, which lowers and lowers the value of the token because players tend to keep on selling it. But as a casino, what I see is it's not always give. You can still lose money, which is good for the ecosystem. So it creates a balance in the ecosystem. So I think that was the direction you're heading towards with this project, if I'm not mistaken.
You're absolutely correct, and you were being very polite. I thank you for that. But here at Cryptopreneur, we're smarter than that. We've thought about this project through every step from distribution to the floors of holders to the tokenomics down to the last in and the last out. But if a game uses the native token, over time, it will simply dilute itself. And the investor will one day be faced with the horrible decision of this is either worth too much to play with or this is worthless. I don't even want to look at it. So, for that reason specifically, GRC, the project, the token, is designed to be a 12% passive income earning token. It's something you hold and you hold it happily. When you purchase GRC, you not only receive GRC tokens to hold in your wallet, but you receive another BUSD wallet that attaches to that GRC. You do not purchase BUSD with this. You do not transact BUSD with this. This wallet only collects your 12% transaction rewards. Now, that in itself is the token. The buys and the sells and the utility function will serve the rest of the life of that. Now, the utility, in order for projects to be sustainable, and everybody who comes to Cryptopreneur should first and foremost get familiarized with the C8, the Cryptopreneur 8. It's 8 steps every investor should know. But in there is a step that discusses why utility is important. And so the casino being our version of the best upcoming trends, which, yes, you're correct, play to earn gaming is there, will act as a protector of the project, a true utility. Now, it will collect some fees. Those will be used for maintenance, but the lion's share, we're calculating around 80%, will be paid back to GRC. It will buy coins, and it will buy coins to help the charts. It's not buying coins at the low and selling them at the high. It takes these coins and it redistributes them in the form of winnings in certain games. The casino itself operates on BUSD, in and out. We're thinking about opening up to other platforms, other Ethereum, but for right now, it will be BUSD in and out. Certain games will reward you in GRC. that relationship, that symbiotic relationship of constant purchases and redistributions into the project is what we feel will complement the longevity and sustainability of GRC.
Well, that is really amazing. You, I like the fact on how technical you are with the tokenomics of this, and you somehow broke the norm in terms of having a P2E system. So you're saying that the token, as you've mentioned earlier, it collapses the ecosystem. Like if the rewards are given out in the native token of a play to earn game, it just incentivizes. It just makes the players to keep on selling the token, but you give an incentive by holding the token in form of BUSD. And what do you call this? They can still choose to sell the tokens, right?
They can choose to do whatever. Over here, we have setups for every investor, long-term investors, short-term investors. Going off with an X or two is not a dirty word around here. In fact, we wave you goodbye because you're leaving behind 12% rewards for everybody who's holding. The design was to hold your tokens, take your BUSD rewards, do whatever you want with them, or go over to the casino and you can play to earn more BUSD or GRC. As simple as that. And I do have Anil, his name on here shows up as Anil. He's trying to get in, but
Okay.
he's the Elephant Tech. He can tell you more about the actual game and the platform, but he'll be on in a second. He's here with us too.
I'm trying to get him on.
But that is
Okay.
that is the basic layout of the project. It's a token in itself, and it has the utility that feeds into it. And that relationship is what every project needs, but they otherwise fail to ever create. But here,
That is. Mhm.
that is not the case.
Yeah, and just to clarify, 12% in just purely for BUSD rewards, like in reflection to all the other holders.
So everybody sit down. Truly unheard of. And when we were designing a project for the people, it wasn't a joke. So it's 10% in and 15% out. It's 25% total. And that's not the highest. It is up there, but we're not putting 2% or 3% in reflections back. The holders receive 12% of those transaction taxes, 12 out of 15, directly in the form of rewards paid in BUSD to that separate wallet. The rest of the tokenomics go as follows: 10% in, 4% is for development and not a developer's wallet. Everybody is in-house. Development of the project and the program moving forward. 2% of the 10% buy goes to marketing. 2% of the 10% buy, auto liquidity, and 2% of the 10% buy instantly to rewards. So immediately we wanted the holder to feel what this passive income tool was in their pocket now. On the 15% sells, an additional 2% to marketing, totaling that to 4%. So 2% of the 15 out to marketing, 2% of that to charity. And it's a charity that goes around and outreaches for, not that gambling is an addiction, but we do, since this is a game, we do consciously show an effort to be responsible. We stipulate you must be 18 to play, and we stipulate you must be playing responsibly. It is our program. We have every control. We see what everybody does. We're experienced in hospitality, and if someone is having too much fun, we're experienced at sending them home for the day. That's the charity. So 4% of the 15 has gone out to marketing and charity. 1% additionally goes to auto liquidity totaling that at 3% total liquidity, auto liquidity. So it's been 4%, 4%, and 3%. That's 11 plus the charity, it would 13. So 12% of that 10 and 15 is directly back to the reward holders in the form of rewards to the holders. I mean, I want to be very clear about that. It's ridiculous. This is why this project is going to be something different. And at the same time, what backs that is the casino constantly paying into it, raising that market cap, keeping the liquidity healthy. I mean, this is the real deal, and it's here. We're in our private sales at the moment. That will complete itself at 7/11, July 11th, and then July 11th to August 11th will be the 1 month before Pink Sale, and we're launched. We're on the charts, and it's perpetual motion at that point.
I mean, I have to say this is definitely one of the most generous in terms of like being generous to the holders in terms of the taxes involved. I mean, I like the fact that like this is the token for the holders. You're just not being greedy developers. I mean, that we see a lot in recent projects. Like they're gonna give out 20% taxes, and let's say 15% goes to marketing development, and let's say 3% to the reflections. But you have 10% for the reflections alone in BUSD, which is quite huge.
12 in total.
Oh yeah, 12
10,
in total.
10 is just the end. And this entire project was funded prior to. None of these investments are for creating the project. It's for sustaining it into the future. It's for liquidity. It's for the project. It's not for anything else. The project has already been funded. Marketing has been funded. Everything is there. When Anil gets on the Elephant Tech, he can tell you more about the actual software. It's ours. It's not a third-party license. We're welcoming a lot of other groups, like, for example, yourself, to host your own tournaments in there. Your logos will be on the table, so on and so forth.
And I think I left the elephant tag is already here, and I just have a question in regards to the private sale. What would be the hard cap and the maximum contribution is available for that?
For private sale, we're doing a very safe, very unrushed, read the Cryptopreneur 8. The contributions are 0.1 BNB to 10 BNB max. And at the price of BNB right now, that's a buy one, get one free deal.
Yeah, it's VNV is on sale right now. Everything involved with VNV. And another thing is in regards to the private sale tokens, are they going to be vested or are they going to be fully available at launch for the buyers?
No, they will not be vested. The only vested wallets are the seed wallets. The white paper, familiarize yourself with it as well, explains this thoroughly. There are 25 seed wallets that are locked for 1 year. When they will release 25% at a time every 24 days. The seed round holders are core team members. There are a lot of friends and family, and these are older individuals who more believed in the team and what we were doing in the future of crypto. We're openly telling you that 12.5% of this project will open up, and the white paper explains that that is nothing to be weary of. You'll know about it. You'll be a cryptopreneur for a year by then. You'll know exactly how to maneuver. If you choose to leave momentarily because you feel a dip is coming, then by all means, you'll leave everybody that holds your rewards. At the same time, should a major dip occur in this project, anybody who held is going to receive the biggest rewards any wallet has ever received in actual BUSD. There'll be a whole new floor. By that time, this project is headed to the metaverse. I mean, there is a long road ahead for GRC, and most of the seed round holders, if not all of them, are in belief of that long road. But full transparency here at GRC, and every option for investors, long-term or short-term. The project is designed to sustain itself and withstand the test of time.
Okay, and perhaps one last question before we can head on to the community questions, unless you guys wanted to add anything else. So, in regards to the taxes, are the taxes going to be permanent, or is there a chance that it can be altered, let's say increase? Because a lot of project nowadays, upon launching, they're going to be increasing the sale, I mean, all the taxes in general, mostly the sales taxes in order to prevent dumps from resellers and private sellers. Are you going to be taking a similar approach to that?
We have many fail safes in place to combat the volatility of the chart. The tokenomics or the taxes will never be considered to offset the chart, yet there is an adjustability factor of 2% for the buy-in, which only if necessary would be used for marketing. That would be a community voted decision, and it is a last chance effort. We have no considerations right now even looking at it. For right now, it's 10% in, 15% out, period. By the
I think
time that,
that's
yeah, by the time it changed, the community would have unanimously decided to.
I think that's pretty fair. I mean, 2% maximum adjustment is barely noticeable. So I think that's pretty fair, and it's only necessary. Is the 2% the one that you're mentioning when the community decides to, or are you thinking of a different change when the community decides on the change of the taxes?
The contract, which is written by our in-house developer, also my partner, Matthew Kavanaugh, is a contract written in strict guidelines of solidity. It clearly mentions what is adjustable and what isn't. The only adjustability is in the buy section, and it allows for 2% more. And in our operating agreement as an organization, we have determined that only for a last chance effort, if our 4% marketing is not enough, if it's not doing it, if the community feels we need to expand, that is when that is considered. But other than that, I don't see us ever using that either.
Mhm. Additional question, because normally taxes are increased on the sells, not the buys. So what is the logic behind increasing the buy taxes instead of the sell taxes?
Honestly, because 17 was just too much. We didn't want to see that on any in or out. 15 was what we felt was the most any portion of an in or an out should be, and 15 was only okay when 10 of it was going back to the holders. So that is the honest answer with that.
Okay, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, on paper, 17% tax do not look nice. But yeah, because I think most of the time, projects tend to increase their sale taxes because increasing the buy taxes will make potential investors not invest because of the increased taxes and just wait for the lower taxes for buys to come in. Yeah, that was just the thought that I was having.
Our belief here is that once you're in, you're not leaving, because the experience of 12% passive income in BUSD is not something people are used to. And then to have an active utility like the one we have is something that is rarely seen, if ever. This project was really thought of. A lot of minds came together. It takes a lot of people to run this project every day. Everybody who's part of the team does this 100. This is their job, 15 hours a day. But outside of that, yes, there's a lot went into GRC, and it's all ready. And that's why we're planning on just doing a very organized, safe, smooth process into launch. And once we're on the charts, then it's a different story.
I see, and that makes total sense. And I think we're just about ready to get some questions for the community, or do you still wanted to add something, Gary?
Can I have Anil speak
Anil.
for? Yes, it says Anil Comp Line. He's in the chat. I believe
Good,
he's
mo-
trying to.
good
He's on.
morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be.
Oh,
Hi, Anil.
Elephant Tag. Hey.
Hi guys, how are you? Jerry, you wanted me to go into what specifically? I mean, I think that the
So let me give him a little intro. Anil is the architect, the designer. He's responsible for the websites that you see. He's responsible for the games that you see. He's responsible for the metaverse that's being built. A little bit of background about yourself would be more than sufficient. Anil, thank you for joining us.
of course. Um, Goldrush Casino was an inspiration um, from the cryptopreneur mission. The goal is to hand out truffles, not to hand out onions. You know, create projects in which the community can enjoy at the same time profit. And ultimately, how responsible you are and how involved you are in the community will determine both of those outcomes. The software has tens of thousands of lines of code to ensure that it is scalable, to ensure that it is secure, and to ensure that it has the capability to evolve with this ever changing world of crypto and of technology. So I think the first thing to consider is that most of our background speaks to involvement in putting out projects or businesses that have strong technologies behind them, and my personal background has the ability to expose that software or provide that software to thousands and thousands of people simultaneously, from producing festivals, concerts, and being in the hospitality business for over 18 years. I've seen how technology has really improved the experience, and now we're actually able to enjoy a casino experience with over 20 games, a poker room, and the ability to do some experiential events with other and co partner up with other projects and other brands to produce action all at the same time, be holding a token and enjoying rewards based off of that action. So I think if there's any questions as to how to sign up, how to be more involved, or what is the future of GRC, I'm happy to answer. And, if not here on this AMA, always in the group channel on Discord or any of the other social medias.
Yeah,
Thank you, Anil.
yeah. Sorry if I keep cutting you off, guys. But yeah, thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. Anil, yeah, I just see his name as Elephant Tag, but yeah, it's Anil. So as much as I wanted to ask more questions, I don't want to rug our community of their own questions as well. So I think we can just about head on to the community questions if that thing works with you guys.
Of course.
Okay, guys, the VC, as you've heard, yeah, the community question round of the AMA is now open. So as always, just ask your questions over the VC, and if not, just type in your questions over the main chat. Just priority will be given over the questions over the VC. So let's go with the first question here from Ali Al Gamil. You're allowed to speak. Please ask your question.
Hello everyone, are you hearing me?
We can
Yeah, I
hear
can
you.
hear you.
Okay, thank you for your opportunity, sir. It's really a nice project what you're talking about. I would like to know more about it, but I would like to know it's your first project, right?
Yes, it's our
Hello?
yes. Hello. It's our first.
Yes, I am.
Yes, it's our first project, but not one that we're new to the space. We've each had different roles and different projects along the way. This is not a collaboration of developers or people from around the world in different corners. We knew enough. We put together a team here where we're all locally located, and it's an actual business. So from developers to game developers to social media to web, All of that is in house, and this is our project. The contract is out, it's been audited, and the program is there. So, though it is our first, it's not our first time doing something like this.
Okay, that's really nice, but it's you are going to big market and so many projects like you and so many people experience. It's need really hard work and big team and big job. I just want to know if are you ready for this step? It's really big market if you understand me.
I truly respect your consideration and I appreciate that. I feel that you're a cryptopreneur and you don't know it yet. If you go to our website, we put out a fundamental analysis that looked over the entire market space, and a third party company analyzed our potential in that space. You're absolutely correct in everything you say, except for there's a lot of other projects like us, because there isn't. Show me one that has a casino out and ready. And on top of it, show me one that allows its user to verify the probability of each hand. When you take these programs or you license them from a third party, they take that ability away from the user. Everything here is about the user's experience. And in our casino, you're able to verify every hand that you played, every turn of a dice, back on the blockchain to see if you played it fairly, if it was exactly the math that it suggested. Because we're a global brand, we've also allowed our website and all of this information to be translated into 22 games. I mean, 22 languages, which happens to be the same as the games in the casino. We always tell people if anywhere in the world where you're at, if it's hard to read some of this stuff or it doesn't translate to your language, we'd be more than happy to upgrade it for you too. These little details, and there's so much more, is exactly why we're not like any project that's been out there. The people that came together made sure of it. It wasn't in our design to be. Everything we saw out there that failed is everything we're not. And so, yes, there's a big space and it's a big market, but that's why we're entering it, because we're coming with something that doesn't exist in it. And we're more than prepared to handle everything that comes and more.
Okay, Ali.
Wow, that's wonderful answer. Thank you, sir. It's really nice to talk with you. Thanks for your time. Thank you for the opportunity.
I look forward to seeing you in there.
I was about to say the same thing. Wonderfully answered. It definitely shows your experience in regards to the technicality of how you answer those. So yeah, amazing answers, Jerry. Um, Next question we got from Juvent Star. You're allowed to speak. Please ask your question.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello?
Okay, thanks for the opportunity. Going through your website, I saw that you guys have been doing a great thing implementing this project. So I saw something. You say our mission is to provide
Juvent Star, you kind of cut off. Please try speaking again. I'm not sure if it's in the
okay,
connection.
can you
Okay. Yeah,
hear me now?
try speaking again. Yes.
Okay, thank you. I saw something in your website. You say you guys have been doing a great mission to implement the investor environment. So I want to ask, we all know that if a project is going to bring out a good mission, one way or the other, the project is going to fail in some parts. So now that the market is really bad, if bringing out your mission is really hard for you guys. So I want to ask, if you're gonna you're bringing out your mission and you're having a bad part in your in bringing out your mission, how will you ensure me that that mission is still gonna come to pass even if the market is really bad? How will you ensure me that anything you're gonna do is gonna be the benefit for me and invest in your project? And can you tell us if you're gonna have a community feedback? What if your community want to have like an advice to you, will you take to that advice, or you don't gonna take to that advice? Thank you.
Thank you. Actually, that's an amazing question. The depth of that question shows how insightful you are of the market, and I hope I can answer it to completion. But you discussed the current market, which yes, a lot can be said about it from different eyes, and then you ask how can anything we do, how can the mission statement trickle down to benefit you? I believe these were some of the points discussed. And to start from the very top, the market is what it is. The same way we do backflips when it rises, we can't sit and turn our backs on it when it falls. The Cryptopreneur 8 is our gift to crypto. I wrote it word by word. Everybody who meets us should just go, and that's free to you. And in those 8 steps, things will get a lot clearer. Now, in our eyes, the market is on sale right now. We're doing everything we can to acquire as much because we know this is going to go up. This is crypto. The resiliency of it is as impressive as its gains. And so you could wake up tomorrow morning and everything could have 5 days of consistent 25% green candles, and the market could be right back up. Now, any project you're in that's real, that's been rigorously tested with the Cryptopreneur 8, and you're in there and you're comfortable, anywhere you are, you're going to do good simply based on the market increasing. And now, if it happens to be a project like GRC, which has an active utility, the team is solid, there's actual leadership and management behind it, they're looking to be present in that market space, then the benefit is clear. On top of it, at the least, if you were a part of everything we just talked about, you had a great time playing in that casino every day. You met a bunch of people in the best community is going to be out there. It otherwise would have been a safe environment you entered. You had a fair chance the whole way through, and it was a trustworthy experience if you chose to leave behind 12% rewards for everybody and wave goodbye. So the trickle down effect in that sense will exist in every project that we put out in any day of the market. And the dips are really where the money's made. So this is a beautiful time to be around crypto. And this is a beautiful AMA to be on with Phoenix Holdings and GRC. And, I don't know where you're at, but I hope the sun is shining on your face and the wind is at your back. It's not that bad of a time. Believe in crypto. Spread the word, spread the Cryptopreneur 8. Let other people be happy with it so that crypto itself has a future for all of us.
Hey, that was really
Yeah.
great because most people say that any project owner that is scared of this market now, that means that project is not gonna do well because you got all the confidence for your project, and if either good or bad, you guys have hope for your project that this project is gonna do well. Thanks for the answer. Thanks.
Thank you. Look forward to seeing you in there.
Thank you so much for the question, and I totally agree with you've mentioned. Yeah, the projects that launches within the bear of the market are more likely the ones to be moonshotting when once the bull run starts coming in. I mean, of course, it's the bear market, so basically everything is on sale now. It's just a matter of like putting your money in the right projects, and once the market goes up, everything else will, and yeah, the holders will be the winners of those projects in the bear market.
It's
Okay.
simple.
Yes, come again.
No, no, I was saying to those who understand, those who take the time to research, it's a very simple mathematical calculation that if you enter a good project when the market is low, if the project happens to do good and the market happens to do good at the same time, it results in a multiplier effect for the holder.
Exactly. The more fear the market, more people are less likely to buy. But the ones that bought into the good ones, yeah, are gonna be the ones making the huge money in this space. Okay. You're gonna say something?
No, no, not at all. But since I
Okay.
did get a chance, the other thing to pay attention to is you happen to see less fake projects attempting to come into the space when the market is low because the incentive is less than for them there.
Yeah, there are less FOMO in the bear market, that's for sure. Okay. Sorry to cut you off if you're about to say something. I just read another question here. So, yeah, this is also something that I'm curious about. So it says on the Goldrush website, it says must be 18 years old to play. So basically, the essence of this question is that how 18 years old to bypass a website or a registration in a certain platform is as easy as just typing out a fake age. I mean, normally it's not gonna be a problem if you're just at a random project, but you're an actual business. So how do you plan to keep the security in to make sure that everyone's that is using it is gonna be of the right age and yeah, fits all the categories that is required to be able to use the casino project?
First and foremost, we have the elephant tech. And what that means is the experience, the monitoring, the know how to detect answers in a digital space will be present. So, like I said, it's our program. We see everything that happens, we see every step that occurs. We can tell who's 18 at the very least.
Yeah. Just to jump in there, when, as you said, it's not just easy to bypass some of these I'm 18 and over or I'm 21 and over, because usually it's just a pop-up verification or part of the sign up process. In our case, regardless of what your age is, ultimately you're going to need a certain type of account to purchase your BUSD or BEP20 to play on the game. And at that point, through some third party verification, uh, it, it, it will be obvious to us as to the age of a user. Not necessarily pinpointing the exact age, although there may be steps in there where they may need to enter their age. um, it's more so knowing that they are old enough to play responsibly. Legally speaking, all over the world, laws are different in terms of minors versus adults and the privileges you get with that. But ultimately, regardless of what age you are, we want to ensure that you're playing the game responsibly, you're not overusing it, and there will be metrics in our analysis and in our dashboards that allow us to, really take a close look at that, because that is something of a concern, is that we don't want people to be so into the casino that they forget about the project and the actual purpose of this.
Well said.
That's
Well said, Emil.
I was about to say the same thing, and yeah, I love the fact that you care about your investors. People. If you're gonna be having a project that's casino based, you would love to have all people to spend all of their money within the project, but you wanted to take care of your investors. You don't want them to lose too much money. You don't want them to have their gambling problems enabled. So that is really nice of you guys to think about.
Partially with the design, really, in our design, you max out with your BUSD rewards wallet. I mean, you make it as a holder and you try your luck with it. This is not intended to create complexities in people's lives, to become a negative or none of that. This is a play to earn game. They're virtually animated mathematical problems. They're not edged. It's a good, safe, fun environment while you're invested in crypto. I mean, to its core, that's what it is. It's not designed to empty your pockets or, you know.
And and and,
Yeah.
and And just to add one more thing, we all know that regulations coming in crypto, but ultimately those regulations we're on top of. We see and we foresee, and I think a lot of those are going to help prevent that type of activity within this game and within other projects that we launch. So in other words, regardless of how you may feel about where the market is going, the software and the technology, we're committed to keeping up with that pace.
Okay. Oh, so yeah, lots of technicalities behind this project, I could see. And I guess that's pretty much it for the community questions that we can take. As unfortunately, I just saw the time and it's almost an hour. So I guess it's just about time for us to wrap up this AMA. So with that being said, this might be aimed towards to the people who are quite late to joining this AMA. So can you give us a short summary on what Gold Rush or Cryptopreneur it's all about and why people should be investing in it in the near future?
So in general, this is our flagship token, the pig and the wolf. You'll see that name in the industry. This project is a 12% passive income tool. At the very least, it introduces you to the Cryptopreneur 8. Read it over once, get familiar with it. If you choose to be in the project, it's all ready. It has an active utility. It's going to be one of the nicest games on the blockchain. We own the software. We're a solid team. Everybody's doxed. It's all in-house. We believe the Phoenix Holdings family is number one. We fall in line with you guys. We'd like to leave by offering you guys at your own discretion. You know your people. Select 5 of them, send me their emails. They can enter the casino and play around in the poker games. We're going to have tournaments. We're giving away GRC all prior to launch. Typically, right now, to enter the casino and play, you'd have to be a private sale holder. But um, for you guys, we're letting you guys in. Technically, that's the value of a BNB, to enter, but you can just give it away to your people, not the actual tokens, but just the entry to see. So it's like a, free tour, but we're very happy to be here and we look forward to seeing all you guys. And also offer you and your people, if you want to host a tournament or something, please come in and enjoy.
Yeah, thank you so much for your generosity. And guys, I just wanted to remind you their private sale is currently live right now, and I'm assuming it's a public private sale, right?
It's a private sale, but the way we're onboarding safely is there's instructions. Send an email to info@cryptopreneur365.com with your email, your name, and the amount, and you'll start to get into the registration. You'll receive confirmation and you can continue. But we're doing a nice, safe, no rush. Everybody gets their spot. KYC is big around here, and we're also big on education because we do not want to see somebody go to the wrong site. After you're a cryptopreneur, there's no more of that. You never get fooled. You never get tricked. That's the one thing I want to leave everybody with. Read the Cryptopreneur 8. It's our gift to crypto.
That is awesome. So, guys, I know you still have a lot of questions. I still see a lot of raised hands, but unfortunately, we're working in limited time. So, for those questions that you still have, please join Goldrush or Cryptopreneur on their Telegram group, and I'm sure that Jerry and the rest of his team will be more than happy to answer all of your questions. And
Def-
yeah, mhm.
no, definitely. Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you so much again, Gold Rush team. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much all from me, guys. Don't forget to subscribe or join them in their Telegram group once again. And yeah, thank you once again for tuning in at Phoenix Holdings, and we'll see you again for another AMA. Good night, good day, guys.
Thank you. Have a good day.